Noxious. The maximization of bitcoins is without a doubt one of the most frustrating aspects of the cryptocurrency industry. There are some of these people who are absolutely intolerable. It's possible that some of them do in fact believe the nonsense that they spread, but let's face it, let's be honest, they are essentially members of a cult. It is their religion to use Bitcoin, and all they do is repeat whatever is coming out of their own personal echo chamber. If they hear it enough times, it might start to stick in their heads. It's likely that this is the case for some people. On the other hand, the toxic maximalists have completely lost their minds as of now. In all honesty, it is not surprising. However, ever since Trump mentioned XRP as a possible component of a strategic cryptocurrency reserve for the United States, their value has been surging. The reason they have such a strong aversion to XRP is not based on any rational reasons. It is nothing but extreme and irrational contempt. They are also making sure that everyone on the internet is aware of it. Over the course of 380 days, I have been trading cryptocurrency successfully, and I have consistently finished each month with a profit. My followers have made more than $29,000 in profits by copying my trades in just the past 90 days alone. Do you wish to view my verified statistics? You can begin copying my trades for free right away by clicking the first link in the profile description. Look at it this way: if they are a maximalist, they want to have just one coin that determines everything. The story has come to an end. Nevertheless, that is a rather limited perspective on the matter. So, what about Bitcoin? It is not capable of doing the majority of the things that other coins are capable of. Certainly there are some projects that are not as impressive as others, but let's face it, let's be honest. We wouldn't exactly call it cutting edge. Having said that, Bitcoin does possess qualities that cannot be denied. It is now the world's opinion. Having those characteristics is desired. Give it some thought. No control that is centralized. The strings are not being pulled by a single entity. It is true that there is an issuer, however, there is no central authority. More on that later. The immutability of transactions is the essence of Bitcoin, and this is what makes it so appealing. There is a reason why this strikes a chord with a large number of individuals, despite the fact that it is not the most cutting-edge alternative out there. You are basically saying that the world should ignore everything that other cryptocurrencies bring to the table if you are rooting for one coin to rule them all. Bitcoin's simplicity has kept it at the top of the market cap. But let's be honest, if you are rooting for one coin to rule them all, you are saying that it's a very short-sighted approach. For the entire mentality that is toxic to Bitcoin maximalists, it's completely counterproductive to do so. One fortunate thing is that the XRP community is not giving up, and their fight is worthy of being brought to light. What could possibly be more fascinating? Unanticipated individuals have come forward to express their support for XRP. Trust me, you wouldn't have guessed who it was to begin with. They continue to come as a surprise. As a quick disclaimer, here it is. Neither what I say nor what I write can be considered financial advice because I am not a financial expert. Be careful not to base your purchasing or selling decisions on what I have to say. Carry out your own independent research. Let's continue to investigate the world of cryptography together. Look at this headline that was published in Crypto Basic. Saylor has shifted his position regarding XRP and Cardano. It is bullish for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, according to their inclusion in the US reserve ploy. The fact that Michael Saylor, the person who is considered to be the king of toxic Bitcoin maximalism, is once again appearing in the spotlight is a wild development. You should keep in mind his famous quote, "There is no second best." Is that true, Mike? To put it another way, there is a second best. Market capitalization is currently held by Ethereum. Changing the metric will result in a different answer, but come on, you're getting it. To say the least, some of the things that he says are completely absurd. Prior to the conclusion of the SEC v. Ripple case, he even appeared on national television and asserted that XRP was a security simply by virtue of its existence. With complete assurance, he forecast that the courts would concur. Unsurprisingly, they did not. Also, let's not forget his assertion that an exchange-traded fund, ETF, for XRP would never, ever materialize. Mike, you have some bold words, but they have aged about as well as a meme from the year 2010. The exact same thing was said by him about Ethereum just a few short months later. What do you think? In the year 2024, Ethereum was given the go-ahead. What a situation of ironic timing. The track record he has established with regard to these forecasts is not exactly stellar, but here's where things get interesting. Due to the fact that he is a staunch maximalist, his most most recent remarks took me by surprise. My goodness, I had no idea that this would happen. I can't stress this enough to you. A surprising stance has been taken by Strategy Chairman Michael Saylor in response to the proposal made by President Donald Trump of the United States of America to include XRP and Cardano in the National Crypto Reserve. In an interview with CNBC that took place yesterday, the Bitcoin aficionado shocked everyone by expressing support for a multi-crypto reserve. You did indeed read that correctly. All of a sudden, the individual who has consistently stated that there is no second best referred to this move as bullish, not only for Bitcoin, but for the entire cryptocurrency space in the Americas. Permit me to take a brief pause here in order to bring to your attention something that is quite fascinating. The Chief Executive Officer of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, has a similar position. You have to understand that Brad has also been involved in a number of conflicts with Bitcoin maximalists. During the month of January, when it was reported that President Trump had issued an executive order to investigate the possibility of establishing a national digital reserve for cryptocurrency assets, the subjects of Ripple and XRP were conspicuously absent from the discussion. Toxic Bitcoin maximalists who view XRP as a genuine threat to Bitcoin's dominance naturally responded to this by launching a wave of hostility toward the cryptocurrency. But here's where things get interesting. Unflinchingly, Brad Garlinghouse did not retreat. He gave a direct response to this issue, highlighting the fact that Ripple's initiative to create a diversified cryptocurrency reserve is not only beneficial for those who hold XRP, but it is also beneficial for Bitcoin. It is precisely because of this that the entire situation is so fascinating. Not only is this significant news for Bitcoin, but it is also crucial for XRP. Unexpectedly, Michael Saylor appears to share the same opinion as Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse regarding this matter. Who would have possibly thought? When it comes to the world of cryptocurrency, it is always fascinating to hear about unexpected alliances, right? But hold on. There's plenty more. So, the Winklevoss twins have arrived. An audacious post was shared by Tyler Winklevoss, one of the co-founders of Gemini, with his 1 million followers. What is the subject? XRP, Solana, and Cardano were mentioned by Donald Trump as potential components of a crypto strategic reserve that were being proposed. And what do you think? The situation did not exactly excite Tyler. What is his opinion? For the record, I have nothing against XRP, Solana, or Cardano. However, I do not believe that they are suitable for a strategic reserve. When it comes to digital assets, Tyler believes that Bitcoin is the only one that truly meets the standard. Despite the fact that Gemini trades a significant number of these coins in accordance with stringent listing policies, Tyler contends that a strategic reserve calls for an entirely different level of trust. Hard money, which is a proven store of value such as gold, should be considered an asset. He doesn't even bother to explain that though, so what exactly is this standard that is being referred to? The fact remains that it is merely his personal favorite. The Bitcoin bags are heavy. How much? There is a resounding affirmative response. I can't help but roll my eyes whenever I come across such nonsense. I just can't help myself. As a result, I reached out to them and asked, wait, your standard is that the cryptocurrency that is the most technologically obsolete ever created should become a reserve asset for the United States, but not anything that is objectively better? Indeed, that makes complete and utter sense. This is absurd. In addition, before I forget, there is something that I need to bring to your attention. During this interview with CNBC, Saylor asserted on multiple occasions that there is no issuer for Bitcoin. Indeed, he made that statement on a national television program. What is his familiarity with the name Satoshi Nakamoto? What a brazen act. Bitcoin does in fact have an issuer. It was Satoshi Nakamoto. If he holds more than 1 million Bitcoin, are we going to pretend that there is no risk associated with keeping it? Simply because yes, he does it completely, that does not even register as a blip on the radar of the market.